Someone's growling. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I got a little technical difficulties here. So welcome to another episode of the Serious Ones podcast. We are the cultivators of the comic culture.
Woo!
So let's start off.
Yeah.
Be sure to hit the bell on the YouTubes and subscribe to be notified on our future shows. Also, like our Facebook group page, the C-List Villains Podcast, and hit up our text line 209-975-7597. Hit us up day or night. You would like to ask us some questions, you like to talk to somebody, we're all here for you. We are life coaches. We are somewhat do-it-yourselfers. We're comic collectors first. We can give you relationship advice if you want. We're there for you.
Don't take our relationship advice.
Well, take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt.
Don't take our advice.
Yeah. So, tonight, our well, let me start off with this. We are your hosts, Luke. To my left, E-Man to this way, right there, and then me, and then we have a special guest, Sam P, all the way down to the East Coast. What's up, everybody? Hey. What's up, everybody?
I knew it was dangerous the moment AJ was like, all right, go ahead and play with the soundboard, Red. I'm like, oh, for the love of God, you don't know what you're doing, do you?
Hey, I'm slowly getting a hand of this hosting thing, all right? Just because you had me tinker around with this thing, so now I'm just like, let's see how it works, how to coordinate the soundboard and the other buttons all over StreamYard. So, yeah, AJ is out for now. He's getting his... he's getting a little procedure done, getting more handsome for us for the next couple weeks. So yes. He will join us again when he's completely all healed up.
Calf implants.
Calf implants. So we are praying for AJ to heal quick and come back and join us again soon. All right.
Praying for AJ. Pray for AJ. Hashtag pray for AJ.
Pray for AJ. So how's everybody's night so far? E-Man.
I love the enthusiasm, Red. I love how you just went balls out. All right, yeah, we're gonna
try this radio thing, all right? Because you have the face for radio.
I have the face for you. Have the face for radio.
I have the face for radio.
I have the face for radio.
We all have the face for radio. We could do this. You can do this.
We can do this. I love it. Red's going. Dude, go lead the show, Red. This is your night, my friend.
Our night. And I'd like to say hello to our folks in the chat right now, Miss So and Ashton. Welcome. Good evening. How are you guys doing today? Oh, we'll just wait for the text response. Well, tonight's episode, how do I put this? Hold on. Let me find this. Take it all in. It's Batman.
That's so ugly.
Yes, tonight's episode is all about Batman. We are on the opening night for the movie. Am I correct?
This is opening night. Technically, it's supposed to come out tomorrow on Friday, but there's a bunch of theaters that have released it early.
Yeah, they're already releasing it. And we already have news that they're doing a price variance for this movie alone, just for other theaters to recoup their losses during the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we'd like to do something Bat-centric to celebrate this new release of the Cape Crusader. And
again, you know what though, with the pricing, it's like when I go to see a movie, I don't even think about what they're charging me. They're like, okay, that'll be $27.50. I'm like, okay. Or they'll be like, okay, that will be $49.50. I'm like, okay. Like,
It's
Was that
52,
after or before popcorn?
52.70.
That's true.
well, sometimes you do the D-box seats, that like shake you and move you around, and it's like $20 a seat.
$20 a seat, and then you get the high end.
Is it $20 to go to a movie out in the West Coast? What's the average ticket price?
D-box.
If you go with like Dolby, IMAX, D-box, 4K, things like that.
Okay.
Or not 4K, 4D.
Wait,
It could
have
be
you
$20
never
a person.
experienced a D-box movie?
I have.
You guys experienced it?
I have.
No.
I watched Jungle Book in it. It's super fun. It's like you're on a roller coaster for like 2 hours.
It's fun.
It's like having
The seat moves.
It's like having a
shakes.
PlayStation Rumble controller in the seat.
But on
Yeah.
your seat, exactly. Like you've
It's
been
on like a pivot.
like
pivot
you've been
thing.
to those movie theaters like at Oh no, I don't. I'm saying Universal. You're not even
No,
on the West
no.
Coast.
Just like
No, I've been to IMAX.
Okay.
Yeah, I've been to IMAX, just not the D-box thing.
Yeah, so it's a slight movement of the chair. It's cool because like when the screen pans, like your seat kind of lifts and pans with it.
Oh, nice.
It's subtle, but it's fun. But you definitely don't want to watch like a super actiony movie. Otherwise, you're just like this the whole fucking time. That was fun.
Yeah, but remember, have you guys been to Disneyland when they had the Honey I Shrunk the Kids ride?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
where the rats would come at you from the screen and they blow this cool air going through your feet. Like, what happened to that? Are we gonna get that thing at the theaters?
That they kind of have that with D-Box. There was one other spot, I want to say in Florida, where they had 6D, where like it would do the same thing like the Shrek movie at Universal, where the seats move and then you would get like a splash of water and like a blow of air through your feet just to make it feel like there's rats running under you. Like it's like a total immersion experience with something like that. So there's very, very few movie theaters do that right there.
Oh shit! I wish. Well, pretty soon we'll probably get smell-o-vision as well, right? Is that what we're waiting for? Is this 4D?
No.
No smell-o-vision. You don't want smell-o-vision?
I don't want smell-o-vision. No, I want the smell of popcorn.
I
want the smell of popcorn. That's what I want.
See, you wouldn't want to smell Batman's sweat and rubber suit while he's fighting Joker.
That sounds tasty.
Sure does. Sure does. Where's my ooh sound? No, forget it.
Yeah, you're in charge of the sound box, Red. You're the one who's.
Unless you want to try it.
No. No, I have my headphones in my microphone on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Where's that red alert now? Where's that red alert now? Here it is.
I like how you red alerted yourself. This is gonna be a fun show because you guys Red's in charge. Oh, for the love of God!
Really, we're testing this whole thing out.
I love it.
AJ's been running the show, and like, man, we feel like we're not helping out. So might as well get used to this stuff right now. That way we can be more productive with the production end as well.
Like, I'm like getting all these messages. Like everyone's coming back from watching the Thursday night screening of the Batman. Everything's been phenomenal. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's great! It's amazing! I want a sequel!" Yada yada yada. Look, we need to watch. We need to watch it this weekend.
Is that our homework for this weekend? Is to watch Batman? Yes. And then I don't know. I was waiting for the streaming in April. I mean, with that price variance fix, it's just gonna be kind of weird.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's a question to you: when was the last time you went out and watched a movie?
Last Marvel movie.
Okay, before that. Last Marvel movie.
Yeah, I'm on a pretty much a DC Marvel only theater.
Yeah, exactly. we go out to watch these huge blockbusters in the movie theater to get the huge experience. You want the total immersion, you want the surround sound, you want the crowd reaction, you want participation. That's why I go to a movie theater. So I have a feeling like this is going to be one of those where you just want to be engulfed in the movie. It sounds like this one has a fantastic story involved, and you really want to be there for that. Plus, it's opening weekend, man. It's our job. We run a geek podcast. We're supposed to be doing stuff like this. So, like on Monday, when the dust settles, we're gonna have to do our review. That's what I say.
Well, I mean, Power of the Dog was good, but I can't envision watching it in the theater.
What's Power of the Dog? What does that have to do with Batman?
When Doctor Strange goes out west and settles in Montana or wherever it was set, Idaho.
Oh, is that Benedict Cumberbatch movie?
Mm-hmm. I just pictured him as Doctor Strange, being cosplaying as a cowboy.
Oh, okay.
Forever, Doctor Strange.
I'm with you now. You lost me for a second, Luke.
I thought you were talking about that one with the.
There was an art house film with there was a bunch of people in it, and honestly, it was a brilliant. I liked it. I really liked it, but
yeah, artsy fartsy films like that, like you'd have to watch those either at home or like one of those smaller theaters, one of the smaller theaters, people could appreciate.
That serve martinis.
Yeah, you don't want to go out and spend $15 and $10-15 or something like that. That's like a $5 $2 Tuesday type of movie. You still want to go out there and watch it in the theater, but it's not.
It's a matinee kind of deal.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you just want to. You don't want to be in the comfort of your own home. You don't want.
That's actually huge up here in Portland. Are the artsy movie theaters where you get like drinks and cocktails and full on meals and stuff.
Take out the wife for some drinking and dancing, and then the movie.
Yeah, it's one of those things. For sure. Like Berkeley's got a bunch of them over here. Berkeley's got a lot of movie theaters like that.
Well, let's move on to the first topic, I guess. And we can like shoot the shit with the whole price increase. But yeah, if that's the homework for this weekend, let's watch the Batman, and then we'll do a review on Monday.
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's go. Let's take it down to the next topic here. All right, everybody has a favorite Batman adaptation, games, TV show, movie. Let's see what everybody's top 3 Batman adaptation. Let's start with our guest here, Sam. Captain America Sam.
First of all, I got to fanboy a little bit. I've been a huge fan of the show, been listening to you guys since the beginning. E-Man, you're the only one that I don't know personally. It's nice to meet you live. So it is an honor and a privilege, and I'm not kidding. I have a commute to work, and I listen to you guys every time on my commute. So Red gave me my homework, but one of the things that caught me off guard is that the adaptation, including the games, that changes my list a little bit, because I'm a huge fan specifically of Mark Hamill as the Joker in all 3 Arkham games. Arkham City is what brought me into the PlayStation world. I had never had a PlayStation prior to that. I saw that game, and so I bought a PlayStation 3 for that game. So Arkham City, I would put as my favorite Arkham game, and Mark Hamill as the Batman would be my top game. Top show, 100% without any hesitation, is, and this is nostalgic, Batman the Animated Series.
Yes.
I watched that now. Like, it's on HBO Max, and we have a subscription to HBO Max, so I'll put on a show and just veg out, and I fall asleep to it sometimes. I just remember coming home in the 8th grade after a crazy day of trying to learn algebra or whatever I was trying to learn, and I could turn on. I knew Batman was animated series was coming on, and that always was like so much fun. But for my favorite movies, can't go wrong with The Dark Knight. Is my top favorite Batman movie of all time. There's a lot of good ones. There's some pretty bad ones too, but The Dark Knight is by far.
Bad ones. We'll get to the bad ones.
Yeah, we got some bad ones. We'll talk. I'll pause that there. So for me, Arkham City, animated series, and then Dark Knight is my top three Batman adaptations.
Wow, good pick. Good pick.
And it's also when it comes down to the Dark Knight, I'm probably going to talk about it a little bit, but when it comes down to the Dark Knight, it's the overall sensation of what that movie really was. It wasn't just Christian Bale. It wasn't just Batman. It wasn't just a Batman story. That was a Joker story too. That was a Harvey Dent story too. So there's a lot that went on with that movie that was well written. Good on Christopher Nolan for that one for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, you went from Tim Burton to was it Joel Schumacher?
Yep.
Yeah.
And then to Christopher Nolan, and now who's the new guy?
Matt Reves.
Matt Reeves.
Yeah,
What's Matt Reeves known for?
Deadpool.
Could be Deadpool. Huh? I'm not putting
I like the long, uncomfortable pauses there, Red.
all right. I got a perfect one for that one.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly. No, I'm sorry, not Deadpool. Cloverfield. The Cloverfield.
Looks like
he's done Cloverfield Lane.
He did the Planet of the Apes as well, I guess.
Yeah, the Planet of the Apes, Cloverfield. He did Pallbearer back in '96.
No shit.
Yeah. He did he did the newer Planet of the Apes movies and the first Cloverfield movie.
Okay. So he's more in the sci-fi, right? So a comic book adaptation of a
Yeah, it's a good pick.
far
Good
beyond his
pick.
range. All right. So let's see here. Who's next? Luke, you want to take this one?
Oh my god, this is gonna be a crazy show. Luke.
I'm here for it.
Luke,
top three
Top three.
Batman adaptations.
Oh, in terms of honestly, there is not a TV series that I have gotten into with Batman. That's the what I mean. I guess Gotham, they've tried. There just hasn't really been a series that's grabbed me. I mean, the animated series back in the 90s, but nothing current.
Question.
I can
Have you
I can only really think of like the Batman movies and comics that I've ever gravitated towards. But games.
Luke, have you watched Pennyworth?
No. I haven't watched Pennyworth.
You got to watch Pennyworth.
Okay, what's your recommendation for Pennyworth, Sam?
So I'm not all the way through it. The first season came out in 2019, so I'm behind the power curve here. But there's 2 seasons on HBO Max, 10 episodes each. They're 1 hour long. Phenomenal series on the history of Alfred Pennyworth, and it's all superhero, pre-Batman, but it's like it's his post-military time where he starts a security firm in 60s England, and it's phenomenal. It's really well written. It's really well acted. I'm probably 6 or 8 episodes into the first season, and I am slow burning it on purpose because it's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
look at that. Ashton's even saying it. Yeah, it's not bad at all. All right. Probably.
Honestly, I had no idea that was even a Batman adaptation.
I mean, if we're going deep,
Alfred Pennyworth.
I mean, you can count the Titan show as well, right?
I mean, is that a Batman? Well, yeah. I mean, there was an adaptation of it.
All right, we'll make it easier for Luke here. What's your number one?
I would probably go Dark Knight as well.
Yeah, that would be the most popular answer, I would think. Since we haven't seen the new iteration of the Matt Reves film, so maybe that'll change our minds when we get to see it this weekend.
And that's what I'm trying not to do. I'm trying not to be like, oh, is it better than The Dark Knight? It's going to mess with my head because I'm stupid like that. I really want to go into it and just be like, all right, great news about this. Everyone's talked really well about it. Pattinson apparently killed it. So it's like, okay, just take it all in and expect an amazing movie and don't compare it to anything else. It's year 2. It's an unrefined Batman. Just enjoy.
And I think I've heard you guys say this before. What a time to be a nerd right now with the movies and the shows. With, you know what I mean? Like, obviously they're mainstream now, but back when it was only Batman 1989, which was okay.
Oh, no,
it was great.
No, it was great.
It was okay at its point.
No,
It was okay.
Batman,
It was okay.
Fantastic. Did you watch it in the movie theater when it first came out, Sam?
I can't remember. We lived overseas, and so all our movies we got were 2 months late anyway. So
Gotcha.
at the time that movie came out, so.
Hold on, did you watch Batman 89 like in 1992 in the movie theaters? I just need clarification as to the timeline here.
Me?
Yeah.
So I could have, but I don't think I did because our movie theater overseas was like super janky. It was weird. I remember specifically we had The Little Mermaid for like 3 months, and that was the only movie we had for like 3 months.
And the national anthem played.
Because they came in those the old school movies that came in those reels, and they would cost a lot of money to get out to these little. We lived in Panama at the time, and I think I watched The Little Mermaid 12 times because it was like $1. So
it's all about the soundtrack. That's why it's
Yeah.
Under the Sea.
You see her
Under the Sea.
across the way.
So I definitely remember being influenced by it, and I remember always wanting to draw the Batman symbol after that movie came out with the the pointy ears. But I don't remember if I saw it in the theater. I probably didn't, honestly.
So the hype wasn't there when you finally saw it then.
Yeah, it was old news.
All right, that's understandable, and but as a Batman fan, was that the most mind-blowing experience when you did see it?
It wasn't the most mind-blowing. No, it was okay, but it didn't capture me like the Nolan movies captured me.
All right, makes sense.
How old were you though when it came out, Sam?
I was probably 12, 13.
Oh, okay.
14.
So you're our age. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he's already got pubic hairs.
I thought he was I thought he was a lot younger. I was like, wait a minute, hold on.
No.
Fantastic movie. Oh,
No.
Get off my lawn.
I was about to
throw that out.
Yeah, no. I think it turned 14 in 92, 13.
Dang. All right, so we're all the same age.
Yeah, we're all
then.
about the same age. Yeah. Okay.
Let me follow up then with my top three. Then my third one would probably be Batman the Animated Series. Next, number 2 will be Batman Beyond, and then Batman 89.
I didn't get into Batman Beyond. I don't know why. I couldn't. I was just like,
I'm with you, man. I couldn't do it. I tried, but I couldn't do
Yeah.
it. Didn't have the same sense.
But then later on, when I found out that old Bruce Wayne was like the mentor, then I was like, oh shit! Like it tripped me out because it was in the same world, just later, and I was like, oh, I should have stuck around.
It was nice to see finally that the Batman moniker could be passed down.
Yeah,
Like we didn't get to see that with any superhero passing on that name.
at the time.
at the time. Any legacy superhero.
Well, hold on, Luke. Could you verify when did the Captain America name change from Rogers to Bucky? Didn't the Captain America moniker also change in the '80s from one character to another outside of Rogers?
Are you talking about Bucky, his friend?
Anyone? Was anybody else Captain America other than Steve Rogers in the '80s?
Yeah. Oh, in the 80s?
In the '80s, yeah. Yeah, of course not in the movies, but just in general, like in just the actual character being, the name, the title being changed from one person to another.
Oh, I think yeah, Bucky, that was the Winter Soldier. No, that's a more recent comic.
How about U.S. Agent?
That's pretty recent too, isn't it?
What's it like in the early 90s?
Oh shit, then maybe that's right. Maybe the Batman was the first legacy character whose moniker changed from one person to another. Oh,
Well, at
that's
least
crazy.
in film form, right? Or live cartoon adaptation. Oh, well, what about you, man? What's your top three or first one?
It sounds like I'm totally copying, our guest of our guest tonight, but I'm gonna have to go with number 3, Arkham Asylum, just because that's what started the whole Arkham video game series, and I thought that was a really good game. Great
You sure
voice
that
acting.
started it? You're not counting the old Sega Genesis Batman?
Nah, because those were all side scrollers. Those were all mindless. Those were all, almost bumbling. It was just, get from point A to point B, jump, shoot, hey, Arkham Asylum had just like a really good mechanic to it. So I'm gonna have to go with Arkham Asylum because that started off the whole Arkham series. And then I'm gonna have to go with Batman the animated series, just because after school, man, that was one of the after school TV shows that you watched back, in junior high. For me, it was junior high.
4 p.m. on Fox.
Yeah, exactly. Right away, 4 p.m. Fox, you turn that on, boom, and then you get the rumbling, then you get the theme song, and then you're just like, yeah, it just gets you hyped up because you're in for like an awesome adventure for those next 30 minutes. So the animated series I thought was one of the best things outside of the comics with regards to Batman. And then I'm with everyone else. Number 1, well, not with you, Red, but I'm with Luke and with Sam here. The Dark Knight, it has to be the absolute best. Up until now, it has to be the absolute best Batman movie. And it wasn't just because of Batman. It was because of Heath Ledger's Joker. It was about Harvey Dent, his transformation. Batman losing his girlfriend. Like, it was just so much that happened in those 2.5 hours. It was such an emotional ride, and then just a lot of quotes, a lot of just, do you want to know how I got these scars? My father was a drinker, serious, and a fiend. It was just one of the best performances in acting ever, and it was in a comic book movie. Like, how much more amazing could that be for any kind of comic book fan, that a prestigious award was handed to an actor in a comic book movie? That was unheard of, and Heath Ledger completely killed
after
it
his
with
death
the
as
Joker.
well.
Yeah, it wasn't because he died either. He completely earned it. He had 3 different stories as to, you want to know how I got these scars? It's like it kept you guessing who the Joker was. So for me, I guess the Dark Knight really is more, due to the fact that the supporting cast was on point, and I think that's what made that movie. I think that's what made it my favorite movie, is because of not just the movie itself, but the supporting cast.
To piggyback off that point, where do you think that performance of Heath Ledger opened up the door for Joaquin Phoenix and who was the other guy? Jared Leto.
Yeah. And that's what I didn't like that WB did, is that after Heath Ledger, they were like, let's go ahead and do 2 more Jokers. And it's like, that's a legacy character that probably needed a break. People needed to just enjoy Heath Ledger just a lot longer, because that movie came out in 2008. Yes, it's almost 16 years later, whatever it is, but that movie was such a masterpiece. His performance was such a masterpiece. It should have just been left alone. Batman's got so many other. He's got a crazy rogues gallery. They could have done anything else with anybody else, but for some reason, all these directors were like, "I want a Joker. I'm gonna bring in a Joker. Let's do a Joker." And it's like, dude, shut the hell up, man. Let that one simmer. Use somebody else. I'm sure you'll do great as a director if you know what you're doing.
Well, with Nolan's directing, I think he wanted to really put the world of Batman somewhere near, like, reality, right?
Yeah.
That way it doesn't seem campy like previous films with Schumacher and then the Burton.
That's also a testament to Nolan, right? Like you said, those Batman movies, the first one felt a little bit more comic booky, but the second one felt a little more real, more action, Pat. But there was no one had superpowers. No one was super ultra smart. No one had, an ultra Iron Man type suit. I mean, yeah, Batman's got his suit. He's got his utility belt, but he doesn't have all of those, other gadgets that like Iron Man had.
Right.
It was like a human. There was an actual man in there who can get hurt. So it felt more real. That's what I liked about it.
Oh, well, which brings to our next topic. Who are your bottom three, or what are your bottom three Batman adaptations? Or let's make it fast and let's just do one. Your top, bottom. That makes sense. Your very bottom of the list of Batman adaptations. Let's start with Sam.
Is the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger as Freeze, Batman and Robin? Is that the one?
That's Batman Forever. I think that's.
I'm checking.
Batman
Let me check. Yes,
They're-
Batman and Robin was with Schwarzenegger's Mr. Freeze.
Okay, that's the bottom for me. It's like the low of the low.
That's the power bottom for you.
Yeah,
Power bottom.
bottom.
No, that's not even a power bottom. Don't do that to the power bottoms of the world, okay? Don't do that to the power bottoms of the world.
Right.
It's.
All right, Luke, what's
Yeah.
yours?
Oh, it's got to be the nipple bat.
With Clooney.
What?
The Cloon.
The nipple bat. The one. That's the one you just said, Sid. The Batman.
Yeah.
He had
that's the one.
nipples on the suit.
Oh, okay.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I've never heard it called that actually.
it's the nipple bat.
Oh,
That's
for
so
me,
funny.
for me, I'm gonna pick. I think people want to hate me for this. The Adam West Batman show.
Hmm.
Just because it wasn't my generation, and I
Yeah.
couldn't handle the campiness of the Batman, because the first Batman property I saw was the Tim Burton Batman. So I figured Batman was more dark than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was, and I understand that. It was just like the foundation, right?
Yeah.
Without that, nothing would have even existed.
Yeah, exactly. And there was one.
Hold
There was one
on,
before
Red.
that. It was like
Hold-
I couldn't remember who the actor was.
You pissed somebody off, Red. Ashton said, "You go to hell, Red. You go straight there for that."
You go to hell. You do not stop and go. You do not get your
I'll
$200.
save you his feet, Ashton.
Yeah,
I'll
right.
save
I
you.
don't know, man.
I know I'll piss somebody off with that, opinion. But it's my opinion, and I really value it. How about you, E-Man?
Look, I've already had these chosen, so like I'm not copying anyone, but I'm with these guys right here. Batman and Robin was the horriblest superhero movie ever.
Hey,
It's
word.
down there. I hated when Chris Connolly,
Chris Conley, yeah.
who was Batman, a well-respected actor, he comes out of the water. What does he say? "Holy rusted metal, Batman!" And then Clooney goes, "Huh? Like, what the fuck did you say?" He's like, "There's holes in this metal, and they're rusty." Like, man, get out of here, dude! I hated that so. And then the nipples, There was no reason why everyone should have had nipples. And then, look, Alicia Silverstone was, a cutie back in the day, and,
Yeah,
and,
she
and
was
she was
coming off
there.
that hype with the Aerosmith video.
She was there. She was there really for like eye candy. But her as Barbara, I hated it so freaking much. Like that was the worst movie ever. Like as a kid, I'll admit, like as a kid, watch. Oh my god, it's flashy. Oh, it's boom, yay! Arnold Schwarzenegger, freeze! Ha 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 ha! Like I appreciated it as a young person, but when I grew up and actually appreciated movies a little bit more, went back and watched them, I'm like, this is fucking trash.
So
It was almost like they knew they were making fun of it
Yes, exactly.
and
Joel
like capitalizing off of it. Like these comic book nerds are idiots.
yeah,
That's why you get someone like Joel Schumacher to bring in the flashiness, the neon lights, the 90s motif, let's try to get, people to see the aesthetics rather than the movie. Look
Well,
at
you
this
forget that
flashy
we also
thing
had
over here.
Uma Thurman that played Poison Ivy, and then who was the other guy that played Two-Face? Shoot, I forgot his name.
Oh my god, I completely forgot. Bane was in that movie too.
And Bane, who you expect to break. Batman's back, but he was used as just a middle management thug. Right?
I did not know Bane. I forgot Bane was in that movie.
I hated that because Bane is not, he's one of the most ferocious Batman characters out there in my opinion, because not only is he not only can he fight like a brute, but he also, he's strong and he's smart. He's not just smart, but he's intelligent, which makes him extremely dangerous. And in that movie, he was a fucking idiot. I hated him. Bane.
Well, you figure you already have one idiot in there in Arnold, but why double up with Bane?
Look at that, Miss So. George Clooney was the worst. Good actor, but terrible Batman. Val Kilmer was just meh.
so in anticipation of the release of this movie, one of my daughters showed a lot of interest in Batman, and she hadn't seen any of them. So this year we started, and I had a choice to make how to watch them. So I decided to say, I got to capture her attention. First of all, I'm not going to start with 1989. So I said, all right, Batman Begins. So we did the Nolan trilogy, Bing, Bang, Boom. She's hooked. So then I said, okay, a little bit different flavor. We went back to Batman and then Batman Returns, and both good. And I said, okay, we're going to skip these other two. And she's like, we can't skip. I have to watch them. I said, okay. So we put it on, and I think we lasted 15 minutes before she's like, okay, never mind. I see what you're saying now. Just to validate your point, E-Man, like they're just terrible. Like they're just terrible. Terrible movie.
Both of them were horrible.
Well, yeah. Comparing the Schumacher films versus the Snyderverse, like which one edges out if you're to pick out of those bunch of movies to watch on a Saturday night?
Nolan, why was that even a question? Confirming with you,
Yes,
Red.
the Snyderverse versus the Schumacherverse. That's what you got to pick.
Wait, Snyderverse? You're saying Snyderverse?
You mean the New 52?
Well, if that's the name of it, with Batfleck, yeah, with Batfleck.
Oh, I watched that in a heartbeat. I would rather watch those than the Schumacherverse.
Yeah.
Batfleck was not a bad Batman. He wasn't a bad Bruce Wayne. Batfleck was not bad at what he did. It was the WB that stepped in and were like, oh, this is how we want this movie ran. And they didn't give him the freedom that he needed to be the actual actor that he could have been for those roles. I thoroughly believe that he would have been the best Batman. His role is about to end, though. So we're going to get like his final role in the Flash movie, which is 27 years late and 49 directors later. But we're gonna get that, and that's what I'm looking forward to, is that we're finally gonna get an ending to something in the DC world. So I'm looking forward to that. But Batfleck was not bad at all. I would rather watch him over and over again. I would almost I'm gonna get flack for this one. If given a choice to go back and watch not Batman versus Superman, but the Snyder cut of
Justice League,
of Justice League or Batman 89, I would actually go back and watch the Snyder Cut first and then Batman 89. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying screw 89. It was still a fantastic movie, and I loved the Prince soundtrack to it. Jack Nicholson was a fantastic Joker. Michael Keaton, come on, you want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts. They gave us great lines. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? His gun, when it came out, it was just one hand. It was a great movie, but I would rather watch the Snyder Cut first before watching Batman 89. Again, not saying that I'm never going to watch Batman 89 again, but that's what I would do. And the Snyderverse, the Snyder Cut was actually the best one out of all of those movies, in my opinion.
Makes sense. All right, let's move on to the next topic, which is where's the button? Oh yeah, here we go. Favorite Batman villain. Just your number one. That way we'll make this quick here. Let's start with Sammy here.
So I think the obvious answer here is the Joker, and I think it's hard to pick which one is my favorite because you're right. Batman 89, phenomenal Joker. Heath Ledger, I think, has the best Joker, but then Mark Hamill's Joker has been consistent for like 30 decades or three decades. So I think he's underrated for that role. I don't know if he's won any awards. He probably has for it, but for as much as he's known as Luke, he has a whole second career as an extremely famous villain himself. So,
all right, what about you, Luke?
She's kind of an anti-villain, but I'm gonna go Harley Quinn.
Nice.
Your reason?
I like her.
Right.
Man, what a bunch of jokers.
Yeah, man. Margot Robbie.
See, we're on a show here, Luke. We're supposed to elaborate answers. We're supposed to
short answers. All right.
This isn't a round
Nailed
table
it.
type discussion. We're on a show here. We're supposed to say who, what, why's, where, and when's, the W's of it all.
You know
Nailed
why?
it.
Because you're Batman. Because I'm Batman.
Right. Well, my pick for the favorite Batman villain will probably be Batman Who Laughs, just because he's brand new and hidden. I guess when he hit the books, that he created a bunch of waves in the universe. It's you. I guess he's the Venom of the DC universe when it comes down to something like that. It's like,
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Patty?
I see what you're saying.
but yeah, that'll be my pick. Well, what's yours, E-Man?
So keep in mind, like, I didn't read Batman comic books growing up, all right? Like, I wasn't a big Batman comic book reader in the 80s. My Batman, world started when Batman 89 came out. Oh, no. My Batman world started when I was watching the Scooby-Doo episodes with Batman.
Oh,
And then,
nice. Yeah.
and then I did watch, the Batman 66 TV show with
West?
Adam West, thank you. And then like it was all about the Batmobile in that. So like I saw the campiness and the cheesiness, and then I saw Batman 89, and then it got darker, and then there was this whole thing with Frank Miller that was the inspiration. So like it took a long time for me to truly understand a lot of the Batman lore. So my choice as far as like the villain is gonna be based off of what I saw, what I experienced, and what I felt when I saw this person, and it's gonna go back to Heath Ledger, and it's gonna be Heath Ledger's Joker, because again, going back to it was the performance, it was the lines, it was the delivery of the lines, it was the looks that he would give. It is just when he was the nurse. He gave enough comedy to a psychopath, where you were just completely engaged the moment that he was on the screen.
Now, why was Harvey Dent's reaction so late when you could easily see the Joker's makeup above the mask?
Yeah,
Like he was like really surprised. Oh shit, that's the Joker.
I'm just thinking, look, he was heavily medicated. He saw someone kind of look like a nurse, and that's how I took it. Is that he was
nurse?
Man, dude, Demerol and Vicodin can do a number to the vision. I'm just saying, it's very possible, but my favorite Batman villain of all time is gonna be Heath Ledger's Joker. The three Jokers Joker, those were fantastic. I liked Bane in the 90s comic books when I watched that right there. The Clayface animated, Batman animated, I thought he was pretty horrifying. Clayface in the Batman animated series, I thought was freaking awesome. Like, I was happy to see him when it came up. So there's a lot of villains that I don't know growing up about Batman, but the ones that I do know, I know why I like, and that's why I like Heath Ledger's. That's one of the things I walk around the house saying for no reason. Do you want to know how I got these scars? My father.
It was a masterpiece.
It was. It
was a masterpiece.
Was.
Yeah.
So
honorable mention, Tom Hardy as Bane is what I would say. He did a really good job.
You think darkness is your ally. But you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it.
All right, so
Molded by it.
With the worst Batman villain, what I would think is the Bane on Batman and Robin then, because he was such a secondary character that he wasn't really and it made an importance in the film other than just be the main baddie to fight, since they didn't want Tommy Lee Jones nor Uma Thurman or Arnold Schwarzenegger to have fight scenes with was it Batman at the time? Clooney? Was that Clooney or was that Kilmer?
Yeah. No, I think that was Clooney.
Clooney,
Yeah.
Kilmer. Honestly, they're gonna go hand in hand to me. Like, I don't care. It was
Actually,
garbage. It was trash.
Kilmer did a decent job, especially because he had to act opposite of Jim Carrey.
Oh, see, now you're throwing Jim Carrey.
No, I didn't mind Kilmer's Batman.
Yeah.
I thought I didn't think it was amazing, but I was like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Just like Margot Robbie. I like her.
She was great in Wall Street.
She was great in Wolf of Wall Street. I know why. She pulled a Sharon Stone on us.
Worst Batman villain.
Who are you talking to? Hold on.
Sam.
Oh, sorry. Probably movie adaptation. Worst one would be the Schwarzenegger, Mr. Freeze. I was trying to think from reading in the comics or any other kind of adaptations if I could think of another one, and I couldn't. I don't know if I'm missing something, but if I think of something, I'll pipe up. But that was pretty bad.
Yeah, compared to the Mr. Freeze on the Batman the animated series, I think they fleshed him out better on there because he had a tragedy that they were willing to use to make him more human like, and same tragedy for the Schwarzenegger version, but you never felt sorry for the guy.
Yeah, I think there's an element to Mr. Freeze that exists in the animated series and exists in the video games, where he is a very calculated, smart, just like you said, tragic figure, where he's trying to get the technology to get his wife to come back to life, I can't remember exactly, but obviously they didn't go there with Schwarzenegger. It was just all about being, I don't know, mad or something. I don't remember.
Well, when you play opposite of Uma Thurman, the dude that played Bane, and Tommy Lee Jones, I mean, there's a lot of actors you got to keep happy and give their shine in the light, right?
Yeah.
What about you, Luke? Who's your worst Batman villain?
Oh, I might set off some alarms with this one, but it's going to be the opposite end of Heath's villain with Talia al Ghul. I did not like that performance.
Wait, which one though? Oh, on Batman The Dark Knight Rises. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Rises.
Okay, I see it.
What were you expecting out of that performance? Out of I forgot her name. With Talia al Ghul. What did you want?
I think honestly, I didn't mind so much the acting; it was the writing that really just bugged me.
Were you expecting more to have a Ra's al Ghul influence, or or does she have her own personality in the books that didn't really match up with the movie?
She just came across as kind of annoying to me, and yeah, because honestly, with the Clooney villains and the more campiness of the '90s movies, like if you look at Uma Thurman with her crazy, like, do you remember those like cones she had in her hair?
Yeah, the Madonna bra on her head.
It was like a High School Musical Batman. In fact, they should have just had it a musical. It probably would have been awesome. They would have been singing. Arnold would have been like shooting his freeze gun and singing. And...
I'm actually there for that. If they decide to do that, I think it'd be pretty funny. As long as they knew they were making fun of themselves, it'd be pretty good.
I mean, just like the Avengers musical, the Steve Rogers musical on.
Yes, exactly.
Rogers the musical.
All right, DCWB calls. We'll give you the idea for a price. How about you, man? Who'd you got?
So I'm cheating right here, because I want to do something a little bit different. And I was going through a lot of the Batman villains, and it's funny because on one of these sites that I'm on, it's indicating that the Batman and Robin Bane is the absolute worst villain. I was flipping through this right here, and honestly, to me, I'm gonna say a tie. I'm gonna go with the tie on this one. Though like my introduction to Batman was the Batman 66 TV series with Adam West, whenever the Riddler showed up on there, I hated that guy. Like he was, and I know this is the kid in me just thinking, okay, this is the kid in me. But even back then I was like, dude, this guy's cheesy. Like this Riddler, whatever this guy is supposed to be, like, I don't believe him. He's so cheesy. And he kind of annoyed me when I was watching that TV. I remember him annoying me when I watched that TV show as a kid. And then I'm also going to go off of this. I completely hated the Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman.
What?
I hated that. Oh my God. That was, to me, that was terrible. It was absolutely terrible. I hated her. She's all licking herself, and she's a dead person who came back. She's a zombie. If you think about it, she's an actual zombie in the movie.
Oh, yeah. That's right. I forgot about that.
She was pale. She was kind of frail, and then she comes back, and we have zombie cat. I hated that one. So I'm going to have to do with the tie on this one and do 66 Riddler and Michelle Pfeiffer Catwoman. I hated those two.
Let me piggyback that off that, and then that way we can get rid of that. Robin versus Robin Battle Royale. Let me get rid of that. Let's. Who's your favorite Catwoman?
Who are you talking to?
You want to start?
Who's my favorite Catwoman?
Yeah.
Come back to me because I really have to think about the Rom V iteration, the current Rom V iteration of Catwoman is actually pretty dope.
Okay.
So I'll just throw that out. Just throw something different out to the mix.
All right, Sam.
I'm drawing a blank on her name right now. I'm looking it up. She's in a lot of Anne Hathaway. I liked Anne Hathaway as Catwoman.
She did a great job. I thought she did a great job.
Luke, who's your
Halle Berry, of course.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
I like her.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I think I will make a prediction, however. I think my opinion is going to change after I see this movie.
All right.
Yeah, I do like Zoe Kravitz. Like
I
I've
do
grown,
too.
I've grown to crush hard on Zoe Kravitz over the years.
Yeah.
My girlfriend's like, hey, she looks weird. I was like, she's kind of hot. I'm digging her
Oh,
weirdness.
Well, for me, I don't know the actress's name, but the girl that played Catwoman on Gotham.
Oh, Miranda
yeah.
Baccarin.
Yeah,
Miranda
no,
Baccarin.
Miranda, the young girl, the little teenager.
Oh, she didn't. Well, she technically was. She was Selena Kyle, but she wasn't Catwoman yet. Are we gonna?
Yeah. But that
Yeah, you had it, Carmen Bicandova.
yeah, that's a great version of it. Even as a young Selena Kyle, we got to see like the origin of that character.
Yeah.
What else did that young actress do? Like she's doing some other stuff, and I think she's even doing like another like superhero thing, isn't she?
I don't know. Before that, I knew her as probably one of the kids that was on America's Dance Crew, right? Best Dance Crew. She was one of the girl groups.
Wait, was she?
Yeah, she was. I was looking at the later or last season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that and Anne Hathaway is a pretty good versions of Catwoman, but we forget the classics from the Batman '66 Catwoman. I forgot their name.
Eartha Kitt, man.
Yes.
Eartha Kitt is classic. And I'm only saying that because it's a Batman '66. Like I really don't know anything else about her, just other than that. But it's Eartha Kitt, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's
And Gina Gershon was Batwoman on the animated series. That is my favorite Batwoman, actually.
What?
Yeah.
Gina Gershon from what was that movie with Elizabeth Berkley? Shit, I can't remember the movie now.
She provided the voice of Catwoman.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. It says the 2004. I might be off on my series. Sorry.
But for whoever was the voice actress for that was actually pretty good as well.
Yes. And I really liked I love the that style, that Art Deco style aged really well. Obviously, Luke, you can tell us how hard is it to get those Batman animated comics?
The from the 90s, like
Yeah, I can't find them. And then when I do, they're like really expensive.
yeah, they're pretty expensive now.
I mean, that's all Bruce Timm, right? Bruce Timm art right there for books.
Yeah. I think it aged really well. Like, you can put that cartoon up right now and the style of it is great. Like, try putting up G.I. Joes or Transformer or the old Thundercats. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, and I think Bruce Timm came back to do the animated series for Batman, the something Dragon, on HBO Max right now, because his art is very strong in that movie. It's a very blaxploitation type of film, but it worked well for that genre. Right. Let's take a look at the trailer and we'll give off our predictions. Shut up, Alexa.
You tell her, Red. How dare her?
How dare you interrupt me?
Speak.
So we'll take a look at the Batman trailer, and then let's put off our predictions for the movie for this weekend. See what happens. All right. So let me link up here, share the screen, Chrome tab, Batman trailer. Everybody good on the sound? All right, 1 second here. Turn this off. I'll turn off the poor music. All right, here we go.
When that light hits the sky.
Wait. You are sharing shit.
Okay.
secret friend.
Let me
Who?
start all over.
Had no.
I'm still new at this. There we go.
When that light hits the sky. It's not just a call. It's a warning. From your secret friend. Who? Having a clue. Let's play a game. Just me and you. This is a powder keg. And Riddler's to match. I'm just here to unmask the truth about this cesspool we call a city. I've been trying to reach you. Tell my pocketbook. Oh, you're really not as smart as I thought you were.
It's only gonna get worse for you.
Selena, don't throw your life away.
I can take care of myself.
You need a friend of yours?
I'm not sure.
Maybe we're not so different. Who are you under there?
I'm vengeance.
If you are justice, please do not lie.
Mr. Wayne.
What is the price for your blind eye? Where are you going?
If this continues, it won't be long before you've nothing left. I don't care what happens to me.
You better stop your goddamn vehicle now!
Come on, vengeance. Let's get you some trouble.
Lie to me, Alfred. Let's have our scars, Bruce. We need to save them. Here and now.
You just seriously scarred.
Check out this verbo.
Everybody excited?
That
Oh, man.
that one actually looks super dope. That one really did. I didn't see that trailer yet. Or I haven't seen that trailer yet.
I haven't been more excited for a movie since probably Endgame.
What, Spider-Man? You weren't excited for Spider-Man? Come on.
No, so I love Spider-Man. I'll give it a 10 out of 10. I wasn't as excited for it. That caught me off guard, actually.
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good explanation.
Okay.
That caught us all off guard.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Zoe Kravitz thing, and Andy Serkis as Alfred. I mean, do you think he'll top what's his face's performance? Michael Caine's performance as Alfred now.
Ooh, I don't know.
I don't think you can top Michael Caine's performance as Alfred. First of all, I think that there's been a lot of good Alfreds. They do really well at casting that role.
Mm-hmm.
But Michael Caine is like at the top.
Yeah, but you never know. I mean, it's just gonna be like it could be like apple and orange, you know.
Like who's the Michael Caine? The Alfred on the Justice League? Was it shoot? I can't remember his name now.
Oh, that's Jeremy Irons.
Yeah, Jeremy Irons. Yeah, the guy who played Scar on Lion King.
Also fantastic.
Yes, Miso. He was in Black Panther. He was Ulysses Claw. He was actually in Black Panther and Age of Ultron.
And also he was Smeagol. Lord of the Rings.
Smeagol.
Eagle. So
Call him.
okay, Samson, what do you think what's gonna happen in this movie, or how it's gonna do over the weekend?
So I think it's gonna crush. I think it's gonna do really well. I mean, all the reviews, just like E-Man already said, are all the reviews, critics and whatever, Rotten Tomatoes, IGN gave it a 10. It's going to do really, really well. I am trying not to read into any story. I don't want to know what I want to go and enjoy the ride, because it's probably going to end up being my favorite Batman movie. So I'm looking forward to it a lot. I got my tickets tomorrow night.
All right, and you'll be watching it as soon as it starts streaming as well on HBO Max.
Me?
Yeah.
Is it available on HBO Max?
In April.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Luke. What's your thoughts on the trailer and what the movie will do this weekend?
Will it surpass Spider-Man? That is the big question right now.
Fantastic question.
What was Spider-Man's ending numbers?
Ooh.
It was enough to surpass Avatar.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's still going. I mean, they're still in the theaters, but by limited showing.
Oh man, I don't know.
So as of right now, Batman or Spider-Man: No Way Home is at a 781 million domestic, worldwide 1.8 million. Or I'm sorry, 1.8 billion.
Billion.
That's insane.
$1 billion.
That's insane.
That's a lot of shekels there. How about you, E-Man? What do you think? What do you think? Well, Luke thinks over his answer.
It's fine. It'll be fine.
That's it. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine. It's fine.
That's good.
I'm gonna take the words out of one of our friends. Friend Taylor Winder. That's what he says. It's fine. It's fine. 6.0. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's all right. I think it's gonna do fantastic. I'm really hoping it does good. And this is what okay. So when I first saw and heard Pattinson was gonna be Batman, I was like, zero hope, zero whatever. Okay, I'm gonna hate this. Whatever. I'll watch it. I hope it does good. Already I'm like, Edward, Twilight. It's and I've talked about this several times. I'm just like, I had low expectations, but as today got closer, as the release got closer, reviews came out. People talked about it. Early reviews, test footage. People were like, this is actually pretty solid. So yeah, it got better. It got more intense. I was like, okay, it might do good. And now I'm hearing all of this hype, and I'm believing the hype. I'm totally gonna straight up believe the hype that this is gonna be a fantastic movie. When they're saying that this is on par with how artistic the Joker was from Joaquin Phoenix, I have to believe that it's gonna be a solid movie, because the Joker was absolutely phenomenal. It was such a great case study. It was such a beautiful performance from Joaquin Phoenix. And if they're saying that the performance and the stylization of this movie is on par with that Joker, oh shit, I'm all for it.
Okay. Luke, something to add on that and your thoughts?
I kind of don't want to. I kind of want to go in it with no expectations.
Yeah.
Okay. Good enough for me. For myself, since we've been disappointed with lots of DC movies out of the last 10 years, yeah, it's better to go in there without expectations.
Yeah.
But we've got to avoid the spoilers right now on the interwebs. But if the hype is there and people are saying good things about it, then yeah, definitely it's something to consider to watch this weekend and not wait for the streaming service.
I don't think it's going to come anywhere near Spider-Man though. Like if you just look at the demographics, just because of it is like a psychological thriller type of darker movie, and that parents don't want to take a 10-year-old necessarily to. So that's why I think Spider-Man is what it is.
You know what? I don't think that's true anymore. I don't think
really?
whole, the child, it's a child. They're not going to understand it. Dude, you bring a child, they're just be like, oh, it's a Batman movie. That's all they're going to see. They're not going to deep dive into the story. They're just going to want to see more Batman. They're going to want to see more gadgets. They're going to want to see the pretty girl. They want to see the bad guy. They're going to take it at face value. And I don't think parents are going to worry too much about how dark and how psychological it really is, because it's been, dude, I mean, if these movies are making billions of dollars, parents don't care. I'll take my 12-year-old. She's going to watch it with me. And I know she's going to sit down with me and be like, oh, it's a Batman movie. Cool. And I'm going to be like, oh, my God, then the psychological impact of what happened here in this scene. And then
I saw Batman 89 twice in the theaters.
Yeah.
As a 10-year-old.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think I saw it 3 times.
And it didn't affect me at all. I was like, that was awesome. It was my favorite movie.
Look, you see what happens? You watch Batman 89 twice in the movie theaters, and now you own your own comic book shop.
Dreams do come true.
I knew it from the beginning. Miss Show already spoiled it for herself. Oh, see, I'm not reading articles. I'm not reading reviews. I'm even a little bummed we watched that trailer. Now, granted, I've seen that trailer like 50 times, but it's been like a month since I've seen it, so.
That's not my favorite trailer though. My favorite trailer is the one with the Nirvana song playing acoustically in the background.
Oh yeah.
With the is it with the female singer? Is she singing it slowly, or is that a different?
No,
trailer?
I think it's Kurt singing.
No, it's Kurt.
It's Kurt. Okay.
It's like heavy, and it made my kids want to watch it because of that.
It was acoustic, right? It was acoustic.
Yeah, it was
No, it's
acoustic,
like,
and it was.
it's acoustic, and then like it goes into like a symphony kind of.
Okay, nice little production.
Oh yeah, so it did. It had female. Yeah, you're right. It did have female, like a female chorus at the end of it. You're right.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was a female singing.
Oh well, from what I think that we should be expecting. I mean,
Well,
all
there
good
were two trailers. One used that used the Nirvana song, and one was and then they did another one using it. There was like a teaser one, and then they did another one because a fan had originally made it.
Oh, really?
They used that. A fan, and then they went with it.
Oh, okay, so it's fan produced and something WB just
fan
stole.
had originally put it on there, and then
good for them. They ought to get a cut. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, remember the fan that fixed the deep fake on Luke Skywalker's face for Mandalorian? I mean, they get that guy a job.
Yeah, who was actually Luke in The Mandalorian. No, he was actually Luke in Boba Fett.
Spoiler.
Fixed the. Oh, sorry, man.
Well, look, if you haven't seen it by now, man, it's sorry. Look. There's a 2-week cutoff, my friend. That's it.
Yeah,
I saw it.
Beyond that. Beyond that.
That was the best deep fake though they could do. I mean, it was awesome.
Okay, guys. So our homework is to watch it this weekend. Before we end the show, what would you guys like to add? Like, well, how to reach everybody in their socials?
Did you do comic book pickups?
Oh, you want to do that?
I got my comic books. You told me I was going to be a guest on the show today. I got my comics.
Let's do it.
Look. Sam knows he knows the format better than we do because I forgot about mine.
So,
all right, go for it, Sam.
The Eye of the Storm. I got the variant cover with the Marshawn Rowe. That's the second copy. I think that's the last one actually in that series.
Right? Isn't that the spec book where there's 2 new characters?
I don't know. Then maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm seeing that the High Republic stuff is starting to pop back up on a lot of people's radars. Is it getting better? Is it a good read now, or
I enjoy it.
Spec, really.
I enjoy it. I think there's a spec. There is a spec crowd, and just like anything, it's hot and cold. 1 month it'll be hot, and 1 month it's cold.
Okay.
I'm late on Devil's Reign, but I love Chip Zdarsky on Daredevil. So I haven't read any of these yet, but I picked up this third one because I saw it and I don't have it. And then, just real quickly, I've been buying up old Star Wars Dark Horse books, and I found 3 in a $3 bin. So
Ooh, you caught Luke's eye on that one. I was like, oh, I gotta get
picked up a couple. Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So those are three that I needed for my runs. Yeah, and that's what I got.
Great pickups.
Yeah.
How about you, man? What you got?
Oh, me. All right. Well, I have some of my books here. So quickly show. I showed everyone on my channel. Go ahead and take a look at my
because you
channel,
fancy like
C-list E-Man. I went ahead and showed you guys my new comic book day haul for yesterday. But here are some of the picks that I ended up getting. Crossover number 12. This was actually a pretty fun read. Super meta. Like, if you want something that's meta, you watch that, read that. Nocterra number 8. I really enjoy the Nocterra. Like, I think, in my opinion, Nocterra, Crossover, and Basilisk are all, like, as far as like entertainment level, they're all along the same line. I think they're all equally entertaining, super fun, really enjoyed it. Moon Knight number 9. I was gonna say 6. Moon Knight number 9. I'm reading the Moon Knight series right now. I'm really pushing this one right here. I truly am enjoying Magic the Gathering. I really like this series. So if anyone wants something fun to read, I'm really thinking that people should. If you like Jed McKay and what he's doing with Moon Knight, I think you're gonna like this better, in my opinion. Revolves around three main characters. It's super fun. The Nice House on the Lake came back, so I'm going to be reading this one later on tonight. I'm looking forward to reading this one right here. Picked up a new number 1 this week, Loaded Bible, Blood of My Blood. This is going to be my what the fuck read of the week, and I'll tell you guys why. It is Dracula Pope versus Clone Jesus. Dracula Pope versus Clone Jesus. Red, I think you should read this. I think you would appreciate it.
Is that also written by Chip Zdarsky?
No, it's not written by Chip Zdarsky. This is from Sealy in Orlando. They've done some crazy stuff over there at Aftershock. I ended up picking up the this is a Magic number 12. This is a variant cover right here. The glare really messes it up, but this black and white sketch is pretty gorgeous. I love this right here. And then I'm gonna flex just a little bit. As earlier this week, I had friend of the show John Jang on my show unboxing stuff, and this is one of the things that I unboxed was the John Jang Usagi Yojimbo, this minimalistic, beautiful piece of art right here. This was a fantastic pick. I don't read this book. I don't, and
That's a book you hang up in your wall, right?
It's right here. So I redid the studio, you guys, and like over here, I'll show you guys a little bit. So now, like over here, my little wall now. So I have some pops, some comics, and some art in the middle. I have my stepson's art at the top. Friend of mine, Austin LeMay, with his Something is Killing the Turtles. And then this is when Eris was, I think, 7 or 8. She drew that. So my kids' art up here, as well as some of my comics. So I'm changing things up around here. I'm changing the studio up, and I'm gonna try to give everyone like a different look. But yeah, that's some of my pickups for the week.
All right, Luke, you got yours?
I've got some oldies but goodies that I just got in. I'm building the stack. The hoard gets larger and larger with every single day. With my Mario Bros comics. It's my newest obsession. Sorry, not sorry. Zelda, a bunch of Zeldas. Sonic. Mario's.
Oh wow! Did you hit up our Brian Wells on IG, because he's picked up a lot of Nintendo books as well. His IG handles Shadow Sip.
Oh yeah, he's a collector though.
Okay.
He's collecting them.
Yeah, he's local here, so if you need anything or you want me to go rob his house, I'll go take care of it.
He always posts his con booths, what he has, and I've never seen any of these in any of his booths.
Yeah, he's still in the PC, but he's probably hiding them somewhere in the back. Yeah, but yeah. Let me ask him a few questions and see if he's willing to let go some of that stuff. Then I'll get back to you on that. All right. My pickup for the week is this Inyaka Lee. If I can get it to focus.
Yeah, when you have the blurry background and then you're dark, it's not going to show. It's
I know, right? How does that?
Yeah.
Let me do the virtual background.
Trick to disable the virtual background so that way we can see that.
Yeah, right there. The Eniac Lee with the silk right there. I bought it for the cover.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
This one is Peach Momoko ASM variant.
That one's cool.
Yeah. So little love to the cover artists out there in the world. Hopefully we'll get them on the show as well to interview.
Oh, Peach?
Peach, yeah.
She'll never come on.
Well, we can always hope. We can always hope.
Not with that attitude.
You never will.
Or as Nicolas Cage would say. Or as Nick Cage would say, I can eat a peach for hours.
Well, boys,
no, it's not that she'll never come on because I've talked with her and her husband, and she'll never come on because she's very self-conscious about her English. And she doesn't like talking through a translator on a live interview.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with us or her. It's just she's super self-conscious. So.
You know what I think we should do then? I think I can edit it. I can find a way to edit it. If she wants to record it, I can find a way. We said we'd hire somebody.
Yeah, that's right. I went to go look for an interpreter.
Yeah, we said we would let her watch it afterwards and choose what she wanted in and out, and she's like, no.
We can always hope. If not, we'll catch her somewhere, any of the convention scenes, and maybe we'll be able to talk to her then.
She will do an article interview, but not a live spoken interview. And the reason why is because she did one in Portland, freaking Oregon, 10 years ago, and they totally
butchered it.
Yeah,
they totally made her. Yeah, they butchered it, and she asked them to take it down, and they will not take it down.
Okay, well, when we get a little bit bigger here, we'll start our own blog and we'll start doing our own reports and maybe that'll entice her to come on, at least be on print, and then we'll give her something to review before we publish, right?
There you go.
Let's plan on that. Well, guys, Luke, what's the best way to get a hold of you? Your socials?
RKFA Comics, Rare Key First Appearance Comics. Come check us out.
See you on Facebook. And E-Man.
Go ahead and find me here on YouTube at C-List E-Man or on Instagram at C-List E-Man.
And Sam, he's on special assignment. I don't want to give away his current location unless he wants to.
You have to call the Coast Guard to get a hold of me. I'm just kidding.
All right.
Literally G14 classified, right?
G14 classified. We appreciate your service, Sam, and thank you for joining us on the show.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
Thank you for having me. I loved it. I'll come back anytime you want me to.
I'd love for him to come back. Sam. I'm gonna have you on my show too, Sam. Watch, we're gonna have you on my show.
All right.
So we're gonna hang
out.
We'll do the review next week on Monday. So our audience, thank you for joining us, and we'll be back Monday. For E-Man, for Luke, for Sam, I'm Red. We're your C-List villains. Again, you can reach us on socials. We'll play it around. What button am I supposed to press?
the outro. You want the outro? And then just before the outro ends, you have to hit end broadcast. Otherwise, there's going to be people like looking at it. It's like, oh, it's still playing.
These guys are weird. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, and see us again next week. Bye.
Thanks again for listening to another episode of the C-List Villains podcast. Your cultivators